All right, let's start with the content management system. I'm here on settings and metadata and includes. That's basically how you should start. So I can start with some general descriptions of what exactly is this. This is going to fill up your meta text. It's very important for search engines. And here you can have certain additional things. I have my own favicon. If you don't happen to know what that is, that's if you have the tab, that little icon that shows up. And I can add like Open Graph and Twitter cards. That's basically set up already in my case. And I don't think I have a Twitter card yet, but that's basically if you know what sharing actually means and how that works and how Facebook would read, then that makes highly sense. And then you know what I'm talking about. I can also include certain files. Let's say my page should include a certain JavaScript file. I mean, those are basically my own rules. I can include JavaScript files, CSS files, or Google Analytics codes, and that would then be included in my content management system. So I'm not going to talk about deploy yet. We'll talk about pages first. I actually don't really know what I have here. I probably had a couple of things tried out. So let's create a new content page. It's going to be called demo maybe. And it doesn't have any elements yet. So I'm going to start with a heading. And it's relatively easy for me to just say this is a headline. I can have this, you know, the regular things here, or I actually want to have it as a link maybe. It can be an internal link or an external link. So let's say I want to link to another page here within the CMS. No, actually, let's not do that right now. We'll do that later. It's a Flexbox system, so it's completely responsive. So let's say we're going to keep it on 45%. I'm going to add another element. It's going to be a blank element. And I'm going to write something here. Then on a cell phone that would not support this kind of width, it would go below it. And if the screen is big enough, I'm going to have it next to each other. I can actually change this. See, now it's like 55%, and this is 50%, so it does not fit even on the biggest screen and adapts automatically. Now this is basically the interface is very simple. As you can see, here's a little grab icon. I can rearrange if I want to. I can delete on this button. I can change like how much space it occupies with this button, and this button is actually most interesting because it depends on the kind of element what it does. Just to give you an example, let's say I want to add an image, then have multiple possibilities. By the way, to change an image, either just simply click on it or you drag on it. Let's say I want to have this instead. Oh, that was a little bit big. I should have taken another one, but that's all right. Okay, and so what can I do here with the image? I have an appearance. That will be, let's say I want to have it completely round. Then it's going to behave like that. If I click on it again, you will see that I have a link. So if I keep on clicking here, I can switch between the different possibilities I have. So in that case, it's link and appearance for an image. Let's say I want to have a link on it, and I would just simply enter it. I don't know. And from now on, it would take me to that system. So, and in the headline, for example, I have the background color as the only element. Now, as you can see here, I can add elements with this little button here. There are different forms of elements I can add, and with the meta, I can also have, like, now we already had the general meta settings set up. Now what we're going to do now is basically, this is for this individual page. I want to have a custom description for this page. I want to have custom keywords for this page, and not use the default value. So I'm going to just enter something else here, demo page, and I want to have this as a image in case it is shared. This is what I want to use, and as you can see, it automatically suggests images I use on the page itself. And if I save it, then I have this when I add a sharing element, by the way, which I can do by just adding this, for example. And then as you can see, I have sharing buttons that would automatically adapt to the right page and so on. A multimedia background is you can provide a video URL, then the complete background would basically be a video, and this is, you know, you've seen that for some modern starting pages where you basically see the video, and then above it those elements. That's basically as easy as it gets. I have a couple of other options. I can make this the home page, which means that this will be the first page I see. I can hide the menu on this page, and I can add this page as a footer, which means this would never show up, but it would be below every other content management page. In order for you to understand that, naturally we have to go into the menu. Let's go to the menu, and I can see it here. It's the same as you remember. We're talking about the design. Those are the pages that I already created. So demo is something we created now. Let's get rid of all of this stuff here. Let's just remove this and remove this and just start completely from scratch, actually. Let's start completely from scratch. So we'll create a menu. On the left, I have different options here. I can have a top menu, left menu, and a footer menu. So by default, it's a left menu. We will see how that behaves. I can either write something here, demo page, or I can upload a picture or a logo or whatever to display here. Now I'm just going to start with the demo. I'm going to put this right here. And I'm going to call it demo page, and that's all there is. And I'm going to also have a sub menu, and the sub menu is going to called more, and below I have the same thing here. Oops, should have saved that before. If that happens, by the way, just click out of it before you do anything else, just to make sure it saves. Here you can move it up or down, as you can see. Now this is something that gives me certain information, because I can actually also have an external link if I wanted to. I'm going to drop that here, and I basically define the link I want to have it to and how it's called. So let's just say this goes to Wanoni.com, and I call this home. All right. So how does that? Okay. So how does that look like? Now we don't have a start page defined yet. Do you remember? So we probably want to go back to our pages, and you can see this is at the moment the start page. So I want to have the demo, and I want to make this the start page. Make this the home page, and that should actually bring us to this system where we can see, all right, how does this look like now here? So that would be my content. I mean, it's nothing pretty, but it's just, you know, for demo purposes. So this is the menu I created. It's going to behave differently on a mobile device, then it's going to be a top menu, and I'm on this page already. And if I click on home, it would take me in that case to Wanoni, because this is where I clicked, and this is basically how I can set up very, very easy and simple form. Now, this is only a preview, so if we're going back, which is in the full screen mode a little bit impossible. If I go back to the CMS, then basically what I should note is that I probably want to have this in my own domain. So now I'm going to go to deploy and say I actually want to have a certain FTP connection. In my case, it's filled out already, and then I can basically just decide where on the web page do I want to have this deployed, and this is my file structure on my own server, so on your own domain, and then I just hit deploy, and it's gonna deploy into my own web page. And all the links will work accordingly, all the sharing buttons will work accordingly, and you basically have it on your own domain completely free. Another thing that you should know is there are a couple of things in the CMS that actually simplify your life. Actually, for now, let's delete that stuff and that stuff also. Just want to simplify it down a little more. And what I want to do is I want to include a texting form, for example. There's nothing I really need to take care of. It just reminds me that this form is not set up. So what I do is I choose a texting list I have. You remember that's what we have, and we're done. So this is basically all there is to it. It's relatively simple. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to use the include codes, nothing. It will completely work automatically, and you can deploy it to your own web page, and it will work just fine. That's a basic introduction to the to the content management system, and I hope you enjoy the simplicity of it.